Welcome back, everybody. Today I'll be going over 3 stocks that I'm buying as a college investor. Before I show any stock, I want to go over what it takes to be in my portfolio. These 3 stocks all have something in common. They're extremely strong and quality businesses. So they need to have extremely strong and durable moats, they need to be financially strong, and they also need to have a great growth profile. The next and most important thing is they need to be involved heavily in AI. Everyone knows AI is going to be the future, but whatever you think AI is going to look like in the future, I would 10x your expectations. AI is going to change everything, and if you are not using it, and if these companies aren't using it, they are going to fall behind and go bankrupt. So, as a college investor, as a young investor who wants to beat the market and have strong growth, I'm looking to build my portfolio around AI and go all in on AI. I'm also using AI to build this portfolio. I've come up with a 6-step process, a 6-pillar process to identify great opportunities in the market. This process involves finding extremely high and quality businesses, businesses with great growth profiles, financially strong businesses, and then companies with great management and strategy, and then it grades their valuation, and it also grades their risks and red flags. Each of these 3 companies rated very high on over 500 stocks I've graded. Stock number 1 is Google. If you've been following my TikTok or watched my previous videos, you know that I think Google is the best stock in the market today. Valuation is incredibly low. It has a PE ratio less than 20 at the moment, and its price is being completely blown out of proportion on how much ChatGPT has affected Google. I'm not going to go too much in depth about Google because I already have a video, and if you want to learn more, you can watch that video. But there's one thing I want to target, and that's Waymo, the robotaxi business. For some reason, people completely ignore Waymo when they're looking at Google. When people think about Tesla, it's robotaxi. When people talk about Google, it's like, oh, that's not going to be anything. Well, if you didn't know this already, Waymo is doing over 250,000 weekly paid trips, and that is over 1 million weekly paid miles. Any other company is doing 0. Tesla is doing 0 right now. Just 2 weeks ago, Waymo doubled their operating size in California, and just last week, they broke into Atlanta. So this part of this company that no one's even thinking about is the reason why a company like Tesla is trading at such a high valuation, because of robotaxi. Google is succeeding heavily at robotaxi way before anyone else, and they are 20 steps ahead of the next company. Waymo is not the only opportunity in Google. AI will change search, advertising, and the cloud business. Again, like I said, I already have a video out on this, and on my TikTok I talk about Google a whole lot. So if you want to find more, I'll have it linked in my description, or you can tap whichever corner it's going to be for the next video. Stock number 2 is Amazon. Amazon, I think, is just a completely misunderstood business, especially for non-investors. Before I even got into investing, I really just thought of Amazon as an e-commerce business. But it is so much more than that. Amazon, when you think of a powerhouse company, a blue chip company, I think of Amazon. Amazon has so many strong sources of revenue. They have their e-commerce, which everyone knows about. They have AWS, which is cloud computing, which made them, at the start of Amazon, is what actually got them over the hump of being a profitable business. You have advertising, and then you have their Amazon Prime, so their subscription service. And I'll put up a picture here. There's so many more things about Amazon that people don't even realize. Amazon is on its way to control the entire world. The primary thing I want to focus on with Amazon is how AI will change their business. So one, with cloud computing, again, like Google, as more businesses need strong AI, they're going to rely on the cloud to rent those services. If you don't know much about what cloud computing is, it's basically being able to rent super powerful computers. So if you're a small business and you want to have access to, these supercomputers and you don't have the money for it, you rent a cloud computing service. Next is, I'm sure some people have heard about it, especially investors, but Amazon is actually working on getting robots to jump out of the back of their delivering vehicles and finish the last step of the process of delivery. Jumping out, delivering it, and coming back. That might not seem like it'll cut that much costs, but when you're doing millions upon millions upon millions of packages a day, you know how many workers you have to pay just for that small step of hopping out the truck and coming back in? In 10 years, the profit margins for Amazon are going to increase rapidly because of this. Not only are they working on robotics, but their CEO has talked about how AI is going to help them cut out a lot of corporate jobs. This again will help profit margins and help a business like Amazon continue their dominance. For me, Amazon was a pretty easy business to understand on a surface level, but once I got into depth, I realized how powerful and impressive this company is. This is a company I want to own for the rest of my life, and I don't see them going away for decades upon decades. Amazon is stock number 2. And stock number 3 of July 2025 is ASML. I actually just started buying ASML last week, and I couldn't be more excited to put in my portfolio. If you don't know what ASML does, they play a crucial part in AI chip manufacturing. They're a part of the patterning section of making chips, which is essentially the really small designs on the chips. What makes this company so impressive is they're a complete monopoly. When you look at the step-by-step process of building an AI chip, ASML controls almost the entire patterning section, making it incredibly hard for any competitors to come in. ASML makes the EUV lithography machines, and these machines help make the chips that AMD and Nvidia makes. The machines ASML makes, they charge over $400 million to sell and are extremely hard and high-tech to make. That's why they have such few competition and are a crucial part of the AI boom. If you are not investing in a company like ASML, you're not fully exposed to AI. And these are 3 stocks that I'm buying July of 2025. I think these stocks are going to dominate for the next 5+ years, and I don't see a much better opportunity than these 3. If you want more content from me, I post a majority of my stuff on TikTok. I'm posting probably 5 times a day on there, and you can keep up with what I'm buying each and every day, each and every week. So I suggest you give me a follow. I'll put that link in the description. But that'll be it. Those are the 3 stocks that I'm buying this month.